djdunack.
So we're just gonna jump right in. Yeah, tell us who is.
Who is Jake? Oh wow. Okay.
Expect that. That's the simplest ever, isn't it?
Well, okay. Let me try and I don't get that question. I don't get it like that often. But let me
You don't
try.
get. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, I don't get it like that
you
often.
are the best person that can answer that question. Right, right.
Okay. So I'm Jake's full name Jacob Akande Ozovehe. I'm from
Wow.
Kogi State in Nigeria. I'm the fourth of five children of my parents. And okay, so first male, I have a younger brother. I am a metallurgical and material engineer. I'm a systems engineer for the company I work with right now.
So
So
sorry
I'm
to
into
cut you. Is
network.
that sorry to cut you? Is that the same as metallurgical? Is it, what does that mean?
Yes. Metallurgical. The study of metals is extraction, processing, and all of that.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So that's what I studied in my university, and then
What
immediately after that,
that?
sorry,
What unit?
Ahmadu Bello University,
Oh,
Zaria.
okay,
It's in
Zaria.
Kaduna State.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Coming out, I switched into IT, so I started my networking career.
Okay.
So I'm a networking engineer to computer networking, so I deal with switches and routers and all of that right now. And then I'm a musician. I
Okay.
do music big time. I don't play with it.
Wow.
Then additionally, I do what else do I do? Yeah, I'm a producer. Yeah, I'm a music producer. I do big time. I just put it on hold a little bit because my work is a little demanding on my time right now. The phase I am in my work is a little demanding. So I put my music production on hold, but that should be for about maybe 4 months or thereabout. I should bounce back.
Oh, okay, okay.
The unsaid part is how much I love Jesus because he
Oh,
loves me. So that I'm just someone God has helped.
mm, mm,
In some regards, that's Jake.
mm. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Wow, wow. Okay.
It's so good to see your face again, actually.
Yes, yes. I'm so excited. That's why I'm looking. I'm looking at. You see, I'm going to come at you from different angle. Okay, just to let you know.
Uh,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
I know you. I see
You
you.
Okay, so just to brace yourself, all right? Yeah, so, but you do understand, yeah? Okay, so
Yeah,
sometimes I'm
absolutely,
coming from this
absolutely.
angle, sometimes from that other angle. And on this program as well, we try to say whatever we say in the light of the scriptures. And when we say
Yeah,
scriptures, we mean in the light of Christ, because the scriptures, they testify of him. Okay, so
yes, sir.
make that
Sir.
clear. So we're not just, also creating more problems than preferring.
I'm
All right.
preparing
So,
solution.
what is your earliest memory musically?
Okay. Um. Okay. So I have this team of elder sisters, right?
Okay.
Three of them, and they were great inspirations in my childhood, right? They were in boarding school. They come home,
Yeah.
and then they do music together. It was really beautiful. My eldest sister would be the drummer and probably she sings the melody line, and then her youngest, that's my immediate elder sister,
Yeah.
would do some part, and it was just beautiful, really beautiful.
Wow.
Then I grew up with my immediate elder sister, the superstar. So she was my hero musically,
Mm.
and that's like the earliest memory I have of music for me.
Is she still in active music?
Yeah, yeah. No, okay. So when you say active, not as active as you are, but but
Am I
she's a
active?
nurse.
Oh, okay.
She's a nurse. Yes, you're active. I see what you do. You're active. She's a
Really?
nurse, so she just
Okay.
does sing once in a while.
Okay. Okay. All
Yeah,
right. So
but
you
taught
had,
her a lot. She has a wonderful voice.
wow, that's good. That's great. That's great. Okay, now I'm going to get a bit personal now, okay? Yeah,
Yeah.
tell us, are you married? Are you single?
Ah,
Are you engaged?
okay. I'm not married. Um, I am single, and I will get married. I'm not part of the folks who say they never get married. I will, but I know it's not soon.
Okay, so it is SME, single, married, engaged. Which one? You have knocked down,
uh,
yes,
so
tick,
single.
knock,
Let's do the single.
sorry,
Single.
single,
Single.
not engaged.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
not engaged.
singularly single. You know, why I kind of
Uh,
as well is that
yeah.
you never can tell, you know. I mean,
Okay.
the Bible says that he that find it, okay. Now it's not clearly stated how you will find, you know. It could be on this show.
Okay, so
Yes,
if you're talking about this show,
yes, right here. Maybe somebody is
okay,
praying. I'm
oh,
praying for a brother who is solid sound. I mean, creative.
let me leave that for God to decide. And the Lord works in mysterious ways, you know. So
Yeah,
let
yeah.
Him
I think
decide.
we better jump into this thing. We better jump into this. Yeah. Tell
Yeah.
us about ministry. You said to me that you know, when you sent your profile, that you had
Yeah.
to take out your pastoral responsibility, not responsibility. Let's just title now for just because
Okay. Yes. Title.
we understand that it's
More.
not actually a title, it's an
Yes,
office,
sir.
but
Yes, sir. Yes,
for the
sir.
sake of for the lack of better words, let's just say title for now. In your
Yeah.
bio, tell us about that. Why would you do that?
Okay. So there are people I introduce myself to as a pastor, right? It's not something I'm ashamed of.
Mm,
I recognize the place of a pastor. I recognize the place of the fivefold ministry in the body. I am very aware. I respect every single office there is. I just am not quick to. Okay, so before I got ordained, right? Before I was ordained the pastor in my local church, I didn't want to be ordained the pastor because I'm one of the few guys. I don't know how many we are, but I'm one of the few guys who just wanted to do Jesus, right? And I wanted to do everything he was doing without any title attached to it. So I
mm,
wanted to be able to lay hands on the sick and they would recover, and someone who's standing by would not say he could do it because he's a pastor.
mm,
That's why. So I escaped. I dodged. Let me put it like that. Pastoral ordination for a
mm,
long time. And
mm.
then until I had a conversation with my pastor who spoke with me, and then so I just told him, okay, follow your heart, sir. So I'm not quick to introduce myself to a lot of people as a pastor because I don't want you having a mindset I don't want you feeling if God will do anything here, He'll do it because there's a pastor here. I don't want that. I want Him to do stuff here because there are sons here. So that was the first for me. That's why that's one of the first. That's like the first reason I don't mention quick that I'm a pastor. The other reason would be I've seen the title messed up a lot. I
Mm,
don't know. I don't know if I want to be. I'm not sure, but I don't know if I want to be a party to that. I don't know if I want to be called a pastor in that light. So
mm,
I don't. I see how people refer to what people refer to pastors as these days,
mm,
and I know when I meet someone and I'm about to say I'm a pastor, and I know that it's going to get there when
mm,
I leave that place. I'd rather just be Jakes.
mm,
Let's interact as Jakes. Fine, if you are not a believer and you come in, you meet that I'm a pastor. It's not important to you if
mm.
I'm a pastor or not. So I just leave it at that. If you need to know, I tell you. If you yeah, it's just dangerous when okay, so I was taking a course once at
Okay.
Lagos, a course, and I walked into the class. After it was a 3 month course, after about a month or so of me trying to do hard guy, I I wasn't around one day, and then I came back and saw written on the board, on the whiteboard, someone used me as example and wrote Pastor Jakes. So I kept wondering, why can't I even hide it? So as much as I try to avoid it, there are certain people, as much as I try to make it not too obvious, there are certain people who just see me and think I don't look like the bad guy I look
I
like.
want to.
Just I know there's something more to this guy, and I don't know how it happens, but I don't. If you spot it like that and approach me, I
Yeah,
won't deny it. But I'm not the type to walk up to you and tell
yeah,
you I'm the
yeah.
pastor. So
Wow.
so that
Thank God for pastors who labor in word and doctrine. Okay.
yes sir, yes
We
sir,
appreciate them. We love them. We
yes
appreciate
sir,
them. And
yes sir.
you know, I'm a music pastor myself, but
Oh wow, yes, you
I'm
mentioned.
more excited, answering DJ Dunack than music pastor. Just for the same kind of reasons that you have, so that you are able to infiltrate and penetrate, as
Yes,
it were, and they can say,
that's
oh,
right.
a DJ is the one that is analyzing things like this scripturally and stuff, and they say, so that people they don't say, oh, after all, it's a pastor, you should have
He's a pastor. He should tell
known.
exactly. That's my point exactly.
Yeah, that's the
That.
point. I think yeah, I really share that with you. All right. I want us to look at um your sound. You know,
Ooh.
yeah. I've listened to you. I've looked at your style. I've looked at your work, and I can see that distinctiveness. And for me, as a scholar of music, that is the destination of an artist. When you are able to find yourself a distinctiveness.
Mm.
Okay, they can say, yes, he sound a little bit like this, his style is a little bit like this person, but he's just himself in a way. It's just unique in a way. So how have you been able to achieve that? Who have you been listening to?
Uh, okay, interesting question. I think that's two questions in one actually.
Yeah, yeah.
I who have been listening to? Let me start with that. Okay, like I said, I grew up listening to music. So the first set of musicians I liked were my sisters, right? And then I moved from there to the people my sisters introduced me to.
Hmm.
Okay, so I know that names I'll call might be pretty. Oh God, I can see a lot of people mentioning
Yeah.
Gandhi. Okay, so names I will call are not the contemporary gospel names, but just those are
Okay.
people who have had serious influence on my music.
Okay.
for me, the guys rocking my world right now are actually Brandy and PJ Morton. I don't know if you know him. PJ Morton. He's a great guy. Very great guy. The guy is awesome. Okay, so like a Brandy has rocked my world musically since childhood. So I really love Brandy, and I grew up listening to Boys to Men, Commission.
Brandy is a female artist, isn't it?
Yes, she is a
Not
female artist.
I'm not very good with, I don't follow secular, but I listen to the song. I may not know who sang it. I'm
Yeah,
not
well, I know the
good.
song
I know the musical element and structure, you know.
of
And
it. Yeah,
when we were actually talking, he said,
yeah.
is she or a male?
Oh,
So
okay,
maybe
so I get that.
listening too much of female artists that has been influencing.
I get
Right,
that a lot. Okay,
right.
so I spent my entire childhood listening to Commissioned,
Okay.
okay, Brandy, Commissioned, Fred Hammond, the Marvin Saps, the Men of Standard,
Okay.
on the female side, Trinity, who are they? There's so many. I can, yes, I love jazz music too. I
Okay.
love jazz music. So I did a lot of jazz music. What's his name again? Okay, so there's so many of them. I listen and I try as much as possible to listen to even stuff that is boring to me. I listen really wide. I listen really wide. I'm an instrumentalist. I play the bass guitar. So I'm really concerned about the total, the holistic nature of the music. I don't want to just pay attention to what the guy is doing with his voice. I don't want to just pay attention to all his riffs and runs. I want to know what's happening behind. So I grew up like that. I grew up wanting to know, okay, so there's this instrument happening. Yeah, Kimberell, that's someone I listen to a lot.
Oh.
So there's this instrument playing stuff. What is it playing? The sound of that instrument. So I pay attention to sounds a lot generally.
Okay.
So when you and I'm very attracted to people who have their own sound. So
Okay.
I know they are very excellent musicians, they are very good singers, they are very good instrumentalists out there. But the guys who get my attention are the guys who actually they've discovered their sound. You get, I can't hear you want not look for you. I'm that once I feel the soul in your voice and I know that you're not trying to be someone else, you're just being yourself, you're penning down how your heart is expressing itself through your voice. I'll follow. I just want to hear you. I think you have a story to tell. So
Wow.
for me, that's what like. So maybe that's what's reflecting on my own music. Because most of the times I hardly have anybody in mind when I'm putting out a content or when I'm trying to write a song. When it doesn't just come. When I'm intentional about it. The only thing I pay attention to is my heart. At the time, I'm hardly aware of who my best musician is, who I want to sound like, what I want to sound like. I'm just more concerned about me coming out, like pouring out
Yeah. Yeah.
my sound.
Okay. Let me throw this at you.
Like,
Let me throw this at you quickly. Just in line with what we're saying. How will you describe excellence? Excellence, yeah. Now, in two parts now, artistically, and two, in terms of the gospel. What is excellence?
okay, so artistically, let's start with that. I might not have the right choice of words to describe this. I know it's
That's
somewhere in printed.
no, you didn't prepare. You didn't read any dictionary.
Okay, so
Look,
artistically, in art, I would say it would have for me it would apply in both ways. I'll come to the ministry part of things, but artistically or in anything you're doing, basically, excellence would be when we can call you. Okay, so let me start from the heart condition, right? It stems from a place where you're not you're being the best that they can that is within your capacity. Let me put it
Okay.
like that. So you're not exactly measuring yourself up with someone else or someone else's goals, but it would be what's that word now? You being as good as you are capable of being without apologies.
Mm.
So now, of course, that doesn't mean that you just do trash out of context.
Mm-hmm.
You want to, of course, recognize people who do what you do,
Mm-hmm.
learn the standard of doing what you do,
Mm-hmm.
and then start to find yourself out and become a master at it. I know there's this no 10,000 hour rule for practice. A lot of people say the rule to master anything is do it for 10,000 hours. I don't care. I know all of that. A lot of people know all of that, but I'm saying even if you've not done your 10,000 hours yet, the fact that your heart, the condition of your heart is to be as good as you are capable of being
Mm.
without limits, without apologies to anyone. Just go for it. That will put you in a place of excellence. You had if you stay there not trying to impress anyone, of course. If you stay there trying to be the best, no, and I'm not saying the best at what you do, but the best version of you. That's what I'm trying to say. If you
Mm-hmm.
stay there, you will, everybody who meets you will meet an original, and it will be hard to perceive you as someone who's not excellent in your field. Of course, like we said, you should have learned how what you do is done, the standard of doing what you do, and then learning to find your way of doing what you do. So all of that will result in one thing, excellence.
Wow.
Well, that's what I see. That's
I'm inspired.
and
So the second
oh,
part.
the second, oh, excellent. Um, okay, one thing. I'm an absolute. I'm a guy who loves absolutes, right? I don't like that something applies here. We say I don't like that we say the God's work, God's redemptive work, the redemptive works of Christ, and all that He did is all that he has done rather is total when it comes to certain aspects again, and then is partial when it comes to certain aspects. If he's done it totally, he's done it totally. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm saying regarding excellence, say ministry wise
Yeah.
especially, one thing I want to point out is you we want to know that Christ has done everything that there is to do. And in other words, what that means is our struggle to meet with the demands of, say, a law or a way of life, right? I think people in faith have considered right or the right way to the proper way to do a thing or to be or to live. The struggle to meet up with that is proving something. It just means that we're not yet confident in all that Christ has done. So I that's a lot of parable. Let me try and what's the word? Let me try and break it down a
Break it
little.
down.
I don't want to strive for excellence with performance. I want to strive for excellence in knowledge, right?
Mm.
Because what I know flows out when there's a need for it. So this is what I'm trying to say. I don't want you to perceive me as excellent spiritually. I want to be excellent in what I know about Christ.
Mm.
So regardless of what anybody thinks, I'm saying it's as deep as if someone walks up to me and gives me a whack prophetic word right now, telling me stuff that is not in accordance with scriptures. I don't care who you are, I don't care whose papa you are. I'm
Mm.
going to laugh at you and walk away because what I'm seeing from scriptures is not consistent with what you're saying.
What is
So I'm more, spiritually speaking, I'm more concerned about excellence, knowledge wise.
mm.
So what do you know? What are you convinced about?
About
What are you confident
persuaded?
about?
Yeah,
What
persuaded.
does what are you persuaded about? I
Mm.
think that's more like
Mm.
so for me, the excellence will be measured by the degree of persuasion or degree of persuasion in
Mm.
scripture. So
Mm.
that's the piece
Mm.
for me. And it has nothing to do with age. A
Mm.
14-year-old can be more sure of God's presence
Yeah.
than a 54-year-old. So
Mm. Mm.
that's just what it is for me. Sir.
Wow. Wow. So if musical or artistic excellence and excellence in the gospel should meet face to face,
Oh Lord, have mercy.
which one goes down? Which one bows to the other? Because we need to be clear.
Okay, so here's what it is for
Yeah.
me. Okay, so I'll start from here.
I'll give you. I'll give you.
I
I'll give you an instance. Do you know some people in the
okay,
beat of
okay.
wanting to create rhymes? You know, when you are writing a song, and at the end of the day, the message is distorted because you wanted to
Yeah.
find a rhyme. I'm like, can't you say it the way it is? Excellent. Eh? Just say it. I mean, just
Oh Lord. Okay, so I'd say something very quick.
yes.
It might partially answer what you're asking me,
Yeah.
but the is a question of identity first for me, right?
Okay.
So a lot of people have been referred to as a music minister, right? I don't like it,
Mm.
honestly, and this is why. This is
Wow.
why I'm a minister of the gospel.
Of the gospel.
Yes, and music is a tool for me.
Hmm.
So
Wait,
what
music,
I'm
music is a tool, not the real deal.
no.
All right,
Music is
right on,
just the tool for
right on.
me. So and I'm speaking really personally right now. I'm speaking about myself. I don't know how it works for any other person, but for me, these are my convictions, right? Music is a tool for me. I'm a minister of the gospel. Music is a tool. I I I have something to say that
Hmm.
music is the tool, is one of the tools to say it.
Hmm.
So what I have to say is not music. What I have to say is what Christ says, what the
Hmm.
gospel is. That's what I have to say. But music is the tool. So if as for, left for me, if you left me alone, I I can totally. Should I say it? Okay, I'll say it anyway. You can take music out of the way, right? You can
Wow.
take the way. I will exist. I will exist doing what I will exist being happy with God. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
Matter whether I sing or not. It doesn't
Okay.
matter whether I play or not. So I'm saying, does that nullify the fact that I love to do music? No, it doesn't
No.
change that.
No.
It's
No.
something I love to do. Is who I
Wow.
am.
Wow.
I
This
I've
is.
had a challenge
Hmm.
explaining myself to a few of my friends, and it comes from that place of not knowing what you are made for.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know about any other person. I can only speak for myself and
You are
what
speaking.
I believe.
You are speaking.
I'm not out there trying to minister music. I'm a minister of the gospel.
Hmm.
If I need thing to pass the message to you, I will. If I don't need, if there's no need for music, I don't have to sing to give it to you. That's what I'm trying to say. So for a long time, I had a problem with music stars who faced with this. Okay, you want to say something to me?
Yeah. Just to put things in perspective, because some people might be having it very difficult now. We are used to saying music. So what shall we now call ourselves now? What is it now? You know? All right. I think earlier on this program we established something that you know, music is just combination of sounds. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I love that definition.
yeah,
I
you
love
know,
that definition.
putting together tones. You understand?
Yeah.
But what actually conveys the message, okay, is the songs. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
to be correct, to put it technically correctly now, it should actually read um, uh, gospel songs, not gospel music. Okay, so you can and I say that you are a minister, you minister in songs. Okay, gospel songs. You're a minister of gospel songs. That is, if
more like it.
Gospel musical, it will be gospel songs.
Gospel songs. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because most of the things we refer to as gospel songs these days have nothing to do with the gospel.
Yeah. We will come there. We will come to that one. Let's wait. Yeah, guys, I'm really excited. You know, today. Wow. This is explosive. This is deep. Although it's coming out in a subtle way, but it's absolutely deep. I'm telling you. We are chatting with Jakes. And this is live online chat with djdunack. Jakes. You know, I told you I'm going to come at you from different directions. Now, we're going to do a little inspection now. I'm going to start. Look at me. Lord is my Baba. I shall not bother. Please, can you show yourself? Please, show yourself. You are a pastor.
I have missed it. I've missed it.
Don't you think this is going to be obstructive or an impediment or explain yourself? What is going on there?
Okay, so this is a look I put on for a shoot I did recently. Right?
Okay.
I was at work today, and quite a number of people were looking at me funny because it's the first time they're seeing me like that. It's a look I put on for something, and I'm done with it. I think I finished yesterday or so. I'm just finding it hard to decide whether I want to take it off or leave it. So that's why it's still here.
Okay.
So what do you come to the beard?
Yeah, they say, doesn't this look like some?
Same story. Although at the moment I can't picture myself without beards.
Okay.
Right now I've been here so long. I don't know. Okay. I don't know if I.
Try that. I don't know. We just remove it. All right. That's just a relatable now. But you see, it's also significant so that we get enlightened. Now, you are a very creative person, a multi-instrumentalist. Your vocal is tasteful and superb. You write fantastically. You write songs fantastically, and you're just an artist in a different kind of class, you know, and you still decide to be going to work. You have something you want to blow, huh? All you did is just get the gimmicks, the business into it, and package the ministry and take it to the permanent site.
To the permanent site, yeah.
Yes, you know, use all the and put it. Why are you slacking like this? Eh? Why are you turning yourself?
Okay, okay. So if the question is why I work, right? I've 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 always been I've always had a love for gadgets, right? I've always wanted to do. I think that's what drove me into music production, right?
Mm.
I've always wanted to be with computers. Like I love it very much. I just want to see what's responsible for why this is connecting with this and all that's happening. All that happens when you type hi on WhatsApp, and then all that happens between when you type it and when it's delivered at the other person's end. I've always wanted to know all of that, right?
And
And then the
which is
opportunity to
and what wizard carried it from my house to
what 5G? Let's put it like that. Carried it from what 5G? What demonic 5G carried it from my phone
I
to
think we
US
might
where
go because of what you are saying. We might go there. We might go there, but let's ride it if time permits.
yeah. Okay, so I've always been fascinated by devices. So somehow it's no shocker. It's not surprising how I found myself working in a data center right now with switches and servers and all of that. Yeah, I love it. That's why I do it. That's why I do it actually. So if oh no, I need to keep that to myself. So I was going to say something else.
No hidden agenda.
I love no hidden
Feel
agenda.
free.
Honestly,
Feel
I
free.
look for a better way to say it. So I love it. That's why I am doing it.
Okay.
And another thing,
Yeah.
I don't think I want to. Let me put it like this. I don't want anybody to. Okay, good. I don't want to change what I have to say in my music just because someone is funding it.
Hmm.
Okay, so
That
I
godfatherism. This thing is a serious thing. It has entered this area, eh?
yes, sir. Yes, very true. Wow, I'm seeing a lot of my family people online. My younger brother is actually online. My friend,
Oh,
William.
bless you guys.
Wow.
Thank you for coming.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Melvin.
Please don't spare him.
Great.
Send me
Wow. You.
questions. Send me difficult questions for him. He's having a good trip today. What's going on?
Oh, my God. That's really interesting. So I don't think I want anybody deciding adulterating what I want to do, what I want to put out, just because they think they're financing what I'm doing. Right?
Mm,
There are bills to pay. That's one,
yeah.
and I'm also aware of the fact that you. I know how challenging it can be to blend both worlds, right? To be very active in music, especially when you're called up for an event, or I'm saying even by that I mean music as ministry and music and as an art now.
Yeah.
Both of them. You get so they will be you're doing music as ministry, you're doing music as art, and then you're working. I know how challenging doing those three can be
Mm,
and I'm aware. It's just there's hardly anyone to drop for anyone right now because they are fulfilling different things. At some point, I won't deny that at some point, much later, not anytime soon. Though, at some point, some of them would have to go, and the most likely would be I have to chill with my whole love for gadget and then push for
for them.
what is more eternal
Wow.
and how to
Yeah. Yeah.
broadcast it to
Absolutely.
everybody.
Absolutely. Because
I can't deny that. I'll
yeah.
be foolish if I say I don't know that right now. But I'm saying for now, what there is to do is what I'm doing, and that's just it for me. So To
Yeah.
answer your question,
Yeah.
I love what I'm doing. There are bills to pay, and I don't think I don't want anybody else to have to
Yeah.
say musically
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
according to the gospel.
Yes.
I don't want anybody adulterating it. Don't say because you are giving me a stage, you want to decide what I come to say on your stage. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy.
Mm.
I don't want to be that guy. If we're talking about Jesus, let's talk about him all the way and not be afraid
Mm.
to pour him.
Mm. And I absolutely believe that's the way to go, really. You know, I mean, the fact that we are in gospel ministry doesn't mean that you should not engage in industry. I tell a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
that
Yes, sir.
accounting, what did you do with it? Okay, don't look at me. Me, I'm a musicologist. My first
Yes,
degree,
that's something we'll talk about
my,
someday. I'm just coming down and looking at you.
my third degree is what I'm even doing now because I'm researching. Now I just want to be researching. Maybe one of these days, one university will give me, you know, something for all this work I want to do because I want to do things that is, I want to do research that has eternal value.
Yes, sir.
The British Library. No, eternal value. So as we are doing this, people are getting clarity. Okay, are getting
Very
better,
true.
getting lighting up, and they are walking in that floodlight and understanding of
Absolutely.
what the gospel and the ministry should be like. All right. So now,
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you for,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
for not paralogisomying your
Okay, so that words, sir. Words, sir.
not doing paralogism. You are defending yourself there. You know, in the marketplace, you are still, yeah.
Yeah,
That's good one. That's
yeah.
I want to encourage as many people because you see, you could be under pressure of meeting family needs, and because of that, want to compromise. It's easier for you to compromise when you are under financial pressure, pressure to keep up,
Yeah.
you know, and all of that. But when you have all those sorted, you can stay true to
You can then focus and
you know. All right, thank you. Let's go to that song. 30th February.
30th February. Oh.
What is this? What are you doing? Who are you asking?
Okay, I think that question came out wrong.
See, I'm angry. I'm annoyed. I'm telling you my anger now. I'm bringing out my anger. How can you be saying we should be 30th February? Who are you talking to? Who you are? You are supposed to be ministering peacefully, ministering to our heart. You know, I mean, edifying us by saying, go and be waiting for 30 minutes, something. You need to clear yourself. Why do you use this kind of language? This kind of
Okay, so honestly, at 30th February is actually a project. It's an EP idea, right?
okay.
And I titled the EP 30th February, right?
Okay.
Before I titled the EP 30th February, I had written the song 30th February, right? And then I was thinking, what should I call this EP? What should I name it? I'm a huge fan of talking with, having a big meeting with guys I respect. I spoke with Ben Williams, Ephraim, McQueen. We just talked. We spoke about it, and I wasn't getting anything that set to my heart. So I just left, and I just felt like naming the EP 30th February. That's the title of one of the songs. The song itself. Self-explanatory.
Okay.
Yeah, if I tell you wait till 30th February, it's not a date in your calendar, right?
That's
Yes.
not an insult.
Okay, so first.
Imagine you play that song to some fathers. You know, we have fathers. You know, fathers, and they preach some of these things you are talking about. Are you not insulting the fathers?
Okay, sir. Let me start by saying a very famous quote
Okay.
from our fathers.
Okay.
Your father is your ladder. That's by the way. So, just
I
to
told
get
you
that
you
out.
are going to teach me some of these things.
I
Your
wanted to get that off my
father is your ladder. I need to write that one.
It was really heavy on my head. I
Wow.
needed to get it out. Okay, so
Okay.
30th February, I lost friends because I I was an absolute believer in, or I am an absolute believer in what scripture says. I don't want to. I'm not very quick. Okay, I don't. First, I don't want to talk about what works, right? I want to
Hmm.
talk about what the scripture says.
Hmm.
So,
Wait,
no
wait,
matter if
wait,
I've
wait a second. Wait a second. Because we are touching on big concept. These things, that just works. It works. It's working. It's a monumental industry on it. So that just that concept.
Yes, it's a very big problem, sir.
Okay.
Very big challenge.
Because I want, yeah, go there.
I don't want to just talk about stuff because it works, or I don't want to talk
Hmm,
about things that work. I
hmm,
want to talk about what scripture says, whether I've experienced it or not. That's what I'm trying to say.
hmm,
I'm called to proclaim something. I'm
hmm,
called to give someone a news that is good, a news that is too good to be true. And so, alongside that, there's empowerment to do quite a lot of other things. Right?
hmm,
I don't want to limit what I have access
hmm,
to just what I've experienced.
hmm,
Right? I don't want to. I don't want to do that. So I was in a meeting with a few of my friends, and we're talking, and I had believers talking about, say, a topic like healing the sick. Right? And
hmm,
then I had believers talking about how, these things are in levels. You
hmm,
are not in you are not in Benny Hinn's level,
hmm,
so you cannot do what Benny Hinn is doing. You're
hmm,
not in Bensimida Hussa's level,
hmm.
Papa Bensimida Hussa's
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
level, so you can't do what he's doing. And my question to them was, okay, so you're so sure you're not in that level. Who tells you when you get there?
Ha,
I asked. Ask
ha.
them.
Good one.
Because right now you're praying and fasting to enter into realms, right? You're praying and fasting to enter into things that you think these people have entered into, right? And I kept wondering what happened to just accepting that Christ said you are in it and then you are in
Hmm.
it. Is a very funny concept, but I just have a problem with the fact that we don't believe we have it until we start to experience it.
Hmm.
So I'm saying that your experiences don't drive you to believing.
Hmm.
You believe to start to experience. So
Hmm.
if the reason you don't believe is because you don't experience it, you're putting the cart before the horse.
Before the
First,
house. Hmm.
that's what I'm trying to say. So I had friends who could say things like they don't believe in the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit has not come. I have those kind of people around my life. I have friends who are atheists.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I've met quite a number of those folks. And you hear them talk. Honestly, that's what inspired the song. I just had a problem with the fact that even church folks who are supposed to be the people that the word
Um,
means more to.
sorry, we are still here with Jakes. We won't let him go. We just want to wrap up, with him, particularly on that song, 30th February, because, yeah, like he said, it's a forerunner to something that is very big that is to come, and I don't want us to miss that bit of it. So coming. Jakes is going to really, it's going to go there now. It's going to go there now. So Jakes, right up, please. Right.
Okay, so that was my challenge. I had a problem with that mindset, and that was why I wrote the song. You don't want to wait to experience something you already have, but you don't know
Mm.
that you have. So
Mm.
rather than press to have it, why not press to know that you have it? So
Mm.
there's there's a man I love so much, Johnson. He says this. He says,
Yeah.
rather than trust God for an open heaven, I just live as though I have one. So I that's one of the things. His voice saying those words were really strong on my head, right? When he said those words, I heard them, and it meant so much. So he gave me words to describe how I was feeling. So rather than pressing in for an open heaven, I'd rather live as though I have one, and then
Mm.
I have an open. So that's what it is like for me. I'm not a huge fan of people trying so hard to get something they already have but don't
Yeah.
know that they have it. So
See,
that's just what the song is about.
in just that little songlet, which are the way I call it, I mean, it's amazing that 4 years around this time, 4 years ago, I launched a little
Yeah,
musical idea called songlet. In other words,
yeah,
there are some
telling me about
little lines of songs that comes to you. Why must you force them to become a full
I
song,
just
or
want to read
wait
them.
until you
Yeah, so
develop them before you can
yeah,
realize them? So why don't you just let them out? And because I have, drama background as well. So we used to do playlets. So I said, okay, if drama playlet is short play, then we can have songlet.
you can have
Okay.
songlet.
So that's a
Yeah.
beautiful
Oh
songlet.
wow.
And I'm actually fulfilled because when I was doing that, some people were looking at me like, oh, he has come again with all this.
So there's plenty of you now. Don't worry.
So I'm
There are
really
plenty of you.
excited that this is happening. This is happening. Yeah, right on.
That,
So
that
um
many. I've gotten bashes for doing short songs. So don't
yes,
worry.
sir.
We are
Yes,
plenty.
sir. And the song is just barely
A minute
barely
or thereabouts.
about a minute, past a minute.
Yeah.
You understand? But the song is loaded. I'm
Wow.
telling you, there's a whole lot that is in it. In fact, there's a whole lot that has been shaken. There's a whole lot that has been destroyed, just by those lines, each of those lines. In fact, if we begin to open it up now, we will not leave here again, even in this second half. Okay? Because a whole lot of repertoire has been collapsed, a whole lot of industry, a whole lot of hype, and they've been collapsed just by each of those lines of those songs. Okay,
Yes,
and
sir.
I
Yes, sir.
appreciate that because it addresses false hope. I don't know if you've
Mm,
thought about it.
mm,
It
mm,
just addresses false hope, and that's one of the biggest tools of religion. You
wow.
understand?
Wow.
And I
Wow.
found out that we are even comfortable
Mm.
singing to have things
To
that
to
we already
to
have. I've asked myself that question. Why are we always comfortable with it? Why? Why?
I don't get it. All our songs are material driven. Man of God. Let's not talk about let's not talk about it. Cause
Right.
man, may the Lord help us.
So tell us about the forthcoming project. Tell us about it as we just ran up.
I'm not working. I'm done. I'm done working on the song. It's actually ready. I'm just is I think it has gone on digital platforms already.
Okay.
I'm just it's a song. Peter's Heart. That's the title.
Oh,
Um, I'm saying I've never been as excited as I am right now concerning a song I wrote. As
wow.
much as I'm excited about Peter's Heart.
Wow.
I ask myself every day, how did I write it? I
Wow.
myself a lot. I listen to the song most every day and then ask myself, how in the name of God did I write this down? Because I
Wow.
can't. I don't think I'm that strategic.
Wow.
I don't consider myself that
Wow.
good. I'm saying
Wow.
the song has blessed my life so much. Listening to it, I listened to it. I think earlier in the week. Okay,
Okay.
today's Monday. Yeah, I listened to it like early last week. That's Tuesday with a friend of mine, and then I stood up and just walked out of the gathering. Like where we were, I just stood up and left. I was alone. I was just dancing. I couldn't reconcile. I heard something new on it, so it blessed me so much. It's a new song. It just talks about. I came from a very different angle. Like I said, I can't explain what I was thinking about. It's just Peter's heart. You will hear when it comes out. I don't want to talk too much.
Wow.
But
Okay, so
honestly,
you say it's already out, right?
it's not out. It will
Okay.
be out in less than 2 weeks. I'm looking at 9th or 10th of
Okay.
July. Yeah,
Okay.
it should be out by 10th of July. It
Okay.
should be available for streaming and download by
We are
10th of
so
July.
looking forward to
It
it.
should
We
be.
are so
It should
looking forward to it. Yeah, so looking
be.
forward to it. Wow. Thank you very much,
Wow.
Jakes, for
DJ
what you
Dunack,
do.
very
Yeah.
good. Thank you very much. Thanks.
And
That's what we call you.
yes, I'm most excited to meet you and to know you. And I know that we're going to do lots together because we share a lot, a lot. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we'll look forward to that project, and we will share it. We will share it on all our
Wow, thank
platforms
you
and
very
push it
much,
out
sir.
there, and make sure people are getting the enlightenment, which is very
Thank
important.
you.
Okay,
Thank
people
you.
perish not because of the devil, but because of lack of knowledge,
Because
and
of
that's
the
what you have already established as excellence in
yes, sir. Yes,
music.
sir.
What is Christ has done a perfect job, excellent job. So just lend your voice
And,
to what he has done. Then you are
and that
perfect, you are
settles it.
excellent.
That
Thank
settles
God.
it.
Yeah, thank God for we say we are musical people, we are artistic people, you understand, but we know where the excellence is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we
No
don't
control.
compromise with that. And that's
No,
what makes a difference for us. That
no
makes a difference.
arguments,
Thank
sir.
you very much. I really appreciate you. And for
Wow,
everyone who has joined us, Prelude, we want to appreciate you a great deal. And every single person that has stayed with us and
oh,
even
I'm saying,
came back.
Jerry, I love you,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow,
thank,
too. Yeah.
thank you. I'm waving all of you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm waving all of you back. Thank you so very much. Joel, I see you. Uh, yes, I'm waving you. I'm waving you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, I believe we're going to have you back, Jakes. Yeah, and we're going to open up more. You understand? Today we have been constrained,
Yes, sir.
but at least we got a whole lot to deal with for now. All right. So
Yes,
till we
sir.
come your way again, this is DJ Dunack, and we're saying enjoy enjoy the fullness of Christ in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right.
Amen.
Bye. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.